Breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today I have a movie review of One Piece Stampede. Now, if you have not seen this movie, I cannot recommend it more if you are a One Piece fan. Granted, I would not recommend this movie for a first timer in One Piece, and honestly, in order to get the full appreciation of this movie and everything it has to offer, I would recommend you be current in the One Piece anime or in the manga, or at the very least you need to be through Dressrosa. Like, you need to have already finished Dressrosa arc, okay? Because there are certain callbacks, there are certain cameos, there are certain fan service elements of this anime that if you are simply new to the series, you're not going to appreciate as heavily as someone who's at least through Dressrosa. There are certain callbacks. You have Cavendish, you have Bartholomew, you have these characters, and you're like, if you're not at least through Dressrosa, you're like, who are these characters? It doesn't make any sense why people are going crazy over these characters. That's the beauty of this movie. It was literally made from One Piece fans for One Piece fans. The amount of cameos, the amount of fan service is through the roof. I honestly don't think that I saw it enough times in order to catch every cameo and every callback that this anime had. I remember my favorites, so that's why this video is going to be just all over the place. Like, I cannot give you a solid play-by-play because it's too much happening. This is an action-packed One Piece anime film that was like everything we had asked for. For real. And I don't see them ever making a movie like this again. This is why they gave us such a hard-hitting masterpiece. The fight scenes were phenomenal. My only real gripe of this movie is the plot and the backstory for everything. Like, Douglas Bullet is the main antagonist, and we get such a pitiful excuse for a backstory for him and why he's doing what he's doing. But you can tell, like, that wasn't the main focus of this movie for the people going into it while they were making it. You get just enough. He was a cabin boy on Gold D. Rogers' ship. His strength rivaled Rayleigh's, supposedly, and he challenged Gold D. Rogers because he was really trying to find a purpose for himself. Very basic, very cookie cutter. But you really get introduced to Douglas Bullet the minute the movie opens up. Like, the pacing for this movie was non-existent. For real. The movie opens up, you open up with Blackbeard, he's doing his laugh, and he's in Impel Down level 6, okay? He's basically looking for more members of his crew. So he's like, if you survive, you can join my crew. Now, granted, keep this in mind, Douglas Bullet was the last man standing, but Douglas Bullet didn't join his crew. The reason probably being is that, you know, Douglas Bullet will survive, but Blackbeard at the time was not strong enough to actually, you know, subdue and bring in Douglas Bullet. That's probably why that never happened. Immediately after that, you get to see Luffy and crew. They're there pulling up on the island, and they're about to participate in this, you know, pirate challenge in order to obtain one of Gold D. Rogers' secret, which we then find out is an eternal post to Laugh-Tale or Raft-Tale, depending on how you see it. But nonetheless, that is what the treasure is. They immediately get into the fighting. That's when Douglas Bullet drops down and starts fucking shit up on the supernovas. Y'all, this man Douglas is just fast. I mean, he speed blitzed Gear 2 Luffy and had Kid in the background shook. Like, did I just see that right? Like, that was the type of the reaction that Kid had. Because Douglas is base form currently and speed blitzing Gear 2 Luffy. Just raw speed, just blitz him. Then out of nowhere, he pops up behind Kid, and Killer mashes both their heads together and proceeds to just go off on all of the worst generation, including Bonnie. Like, I mean, I would have thought if there was one person who could have, like, you know, really thrown a wrench in Douglas's assault, would have been Bonnie, due to her devil fruit ability being able to increase person's age or decrease them to like an infant state. You would think, hey, just put one hand on Douglas. That's all you gotta do, one hand on Douglas, and this is all over. Supposedly. We still don't have a good display of her power in the canon of One Piece. This is the best example we could really give you. I mean, of course, you could say the archipelago, but I mean, again, that was just like fodder. We've never seen it in a true combat aspect other than in this movie. So you have all this go off, and it's just back and forth, and you just feel the tension in the air as everything is going on. Obviously, Luffy, he has to go Snake Man. That's what I'm talking about, fan service for this anime. Like, he went Snake Man, he went Bound Man, he went Snake Man. The only one we didn't see was Tank Man. I think it would have been interesting to see if Tank Man Luffy would have been able to absorb a punch from Douglas Bullet, right? I definitely wanted to see that. I do think that there were certain things that Otis said are off limits within the movie, because with all of this fan service, we get like 3, maybe 4 seconds of Mihawk, right? You see him when he first appears. Oh, that's another thing. all of the not all the warlords, I'm sorry, let me not say all the warlords. You had Buggy, Mihawk, and Boa Hancock. They all show up, but Mihawk, you only see him for like 4 seconds. I think this was an instance of Oda saying, hey, you can have free reign of anything and everything, but you cannot show Mihawk fighting. I know Oda knows that the fans love Mihawk and truly want to know where his power lies when it comes to, is he Admiral level or is he Yonko level? Is he somewhere in between? What is he? Is he just First Division Commander level? Did he have a crew of his own, or was he a part of someone else's crew? Who knows? I think Oda is holding people back from Mihawk. There was no reason why we didn't see Mihawk truly fighting, because you had Zoro, and Zoro was going up against Fujitora. Mihawk could have easily been thrown into that, because you know Mihawk, he follows orders, but even though he just does it to stay in good grace with the Navy and with the military and the world government in general. So he will show up. That's on his contract, but he will not do more than what is asked of him. And once he shows up, he will then leave. Like, oh, I showed up, I fulfilled my contract. Well, I ain't got nothing else to do. Bye. You can't say I didn't follow the rules, because he technically did. He did not fight Zoro. You have this moment where Fujitora, again, he's fighting Zoro. Everything's going down. The Fujitora's like, all right, I'm done. I'm about to dip. And you're like, you're a whole admiral. Like, what do you mean you're just about to dip? You're here for a buster call, and you're going to just dip. So he's like, yeah. He summons a meteor, and like, a meteor could easily disintegrate an entire island. Like Fujitora, I see why he was on the buster call. Your job is to simply kill all the pirates on there. Who better than Fujitora and Kizaru? Those were the two admirals that were summoned. He summons a meteor. Zoro, you give this amazing sequence of him doing the 3,000 worlds, and he cuts the meteor in half and halts it, but he's like, oh shit, all I did was cut it in half. It's still going to destroy the island. Like, this is still a meteor. That's when you have the sequence of Mihawk, just one slash, just with the, I was about to call it the butter knife, with the oversized butter knife, and just whoosh, and then he stares down Zoro and was like, okay, time to go. And that was the end of it. Touching back to what I said earlier about, you know, Oda saying to the studio that was making the One Piece movie Stampede, he probably said, okay, Mihawk is off limits. You cannot show Mihawk for more than 4 seconds. And you would think that we would have gotten an amazing sequence with Green Bull, the only admiral that we don't know what his devil fruit or how he fights. You would assume that we would have got a little sneak peek of Green Bull. We didn't. I'm sure that was a moment where Oda was like, Mihawk and Green Bull are off the table. Emu is off the table. You cannot show Emu. You cannot show anybody of the World Government Council. You can't do any of that. So, you know, Oda is still very careful with what he does allow to be leaked out into the world. Nonetheless, very, very heavy in the fan service department. Very heavy in the cameo department. You even have Smoker and Tashigi out there, and you have this great, well, let me not say great battle. It was very interesting to see Smoker and Sanji go head to head. This was a very Sanji and Usopp heavy movie, if you really want to get down to it. Sanji fought Smoker, but not only Smoker, but he fought Rob Lucci. I don't really want to know if I want to call the Rob Lucci altercation that him and Sanji had as a fight, but towards the end of the movie, you have Zoro and Sanji intercept Crocodile and Rob Lucci right at the end after Douglas Bullet had been defeated. They're going in to secure the Raftel Eternal Post. Well, you have Sanji intercept Rob Lucci and you have Zoro intercept Crocodile. And they're just like stuck. And you're like, yo, are we about to see this fucking sequence, this throwback fight happen for real? And of course you really don't, because then everything is halted as Luffy, you know, crushes the Eternal Post. And it was like, if this is the way that I want to find Raftel, I don't want to find Raftel. He crushes it, crushes everyone's dream. Everybody goes home that day. But let me get into how actually Douglas Bullet was defeated. He was defeated by a combination of Boa Hancock, Luffy, Sabo, Rob Lucci, Crocodile, am I missing somebody? And Usopp, okay? Towards the beginning of the video, Usopp was the first person Douglas Bullet took out of commission. He was like, this man is weak, he's trash, I don't know why you have him on your crew, he can't do anything for you. And a part of me was like, oh, don't do Usopp like that. But then another part of me was like, well, Usopp, like, you're the sniper. I wish Usopp was less cowardly than what he was, other than the poppy attacks that he has with his Kabuto slingshot and everything like that he received after the 2-year time skip. You would assume that a little bit of his confidence would be enhanced, but it really wasn't. I mean, he's still as cowardly as he was at the beginning of the series, maybe a little bit less, but nonetheless he is. Fuck it, like so he says, I'm weak, I don't know. That's a good ass point. You're the sniper, you're there for support, but when the battles really get going in the main canon of the series, you don't be supporting anybody, bro. For real. The last thing I really say that I saw of you was Dressrosa with Sugar? What have you done after that, bro? You are weak. You need to do better. You need to be like, yo, I really cannot wait for the moment in the series that Usopp realizes that his father left to join a pirate crew, but his father is a part of the red-haired Shanks Yonko pirate crew. Like, I really want Usopp, I want to see Usopp's face when he understands this. Like, you're a bitch, but your father is the man. Straight up. I don't think he's hesitating. I don't think he's cowardly. I think his father is a complete and total badass. You're there for support. You need to be more supportive when all of your crew in the main canon of the series is fighting. But nonetheless, after Douglas Bullet activates his devil fruit, Usopp shoots off some of his attacks, crushes one of the fingers, and the rest of the poppies just stay there and it's like ineffective by it, right? At the end of the series, after they break through the major out layer of the massive mecha Aquarion-esque battle suit, the poppies then activate and crush the smaller suit, thus exposing Douglas Bullet and allowing him to be defeated. But right as everyone's about to escape, like, yo, we're getting out of here, we gotta go. The Buster Call's still going on at this time. They're like, we gotta go. Kizaru pops up, boom, and he's about to do the jewels, right? He about to eradicate these niggas. Sabo does a double fire fist alongside an incarnation, an illusion, an imaginary drawing of Ace. So it's a double fire fist along the water, causing these massive pillars, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm rewinding. I was like, I missed something. I had to miss something. But it allows them to escape, and it's just the end of the movie. Like I said, you have to watch this movie. It is a action-packed powerhouse. But again, if you are not at least at Dressrosa, and I don't mean at just getting to Dressrosa, I mean all the way through Dressrosa. If you can't tell me who Sabo is, you do not need to be watching this movie, because I think in terms of spoilers, that is as far as it really goes. Nobody from Whole Cake Island that I can remember seeing. Big News Morgan. Big News Morgan was there, but I mean, you're not gonna think twice about Big News Morgan. I mean, you're gonna know he's a reporter even if you've never seen him before in your life. But Big News Morgan's there, or on the video chat. But it's really nothing else extravagant after that. They leave. That's the end of the movie. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, this can't be a conventional movie review because it was just sheer fan service and cameos for the most part. I could probably make a detailed breakdown of it, of the different cameos, but that's pretty much everybody. I was so happy they did a full body armament hockey throwback, because I was like, yo, are we ever going to see that again? But, you know, nonetheless, that's all I got for y'all today. I got the Boruto chapter review coming as well. If you made it to the end, thank you for rocking with me. Go post social and smash that subscribe button if you are new. Like the video, share the video, comment on the video your favorite part of the movie. And like always, keep it safe and rapid tight. I'm out.
All Hunter units, this is Badger 1. Lays the target over.
Use your laser designator to call in artillery on those vehicles.
Fire mission received. Artillery inbound.
Ramirez, call artillery on the enemy vehicles. Use your
Coordinates
laser
confirmed.
designator.
Firing.
Overlord, Hunter 2-1 actual. AAA has been neutralized. We're heading to 4677 Brookmere Road. Interrogative. What exactly are we looking for? Over.
Sergeant Foley, this is General Shepard. Your objective is to extract a high-value individual from a panic room on the second floor of that house.
Yes, sir.
He'll be expecting you. Challenge is Ice Pick. Counterside is Phoenix. Get him out of there and report back to Overlord. Shepard out.
All right. You heard the man. 4677 Brookmere Road. Move! Ice pick. Ice pick.
Something's not right here. Check the panic room. Move! Huh. No sign of forced entry.
Ramirez, get that briefcase.
What's left of it?
Sarge, check out these tats. Not your average trooper, huh?
Huh. Get a couple of photos for G2, and check the bodies for intel.
Who up?
Shepard's not gonna like this. Overlord, the HVI is dead.
Seems we're headed the wrong direction, sir. Shouldn't we be coming back to the fight?
Plenty of fight to go around, McTavish. Glad you made it out of South America. You're meeting up with the 6th Fleet, leading the counterstrike. Prisoner 627. We believe that's who Makarov's got the mad on for, but we can't get to him.